once again, back is the incredible.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'd like to welcome you to the U Crew Presents The Lost Crates, episode number 6. I am your host, Hakeem Rashad Muhammad, coming to you live from the crib. I'm actually in front of the cool mirror. I don't know if you guys can see this, that my boy Lavelle painted for me, aka P Cookie. And my co-host to my left, most definitely deaf, is my brother, Jay Measy. Say something, Jay Measy.
Hey, something, Jay Measy. Welcome to another episode of Lost Crates, y'all. Really excited about this week. I mean, man, we got Doc Rock, man.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's a pleasure to be with y'all, and it's an honor to just be even considered to be in you guys' company and the company of all the other people that you guys interviewed and did shows with before, man. I'm humbly and truly blessed, man, to be a part of this team, man. It's a great team to be on, man. Thank y'all.
Man, you're welcome, and thank you for doing this. I want to jump right into this because there's only a few people who are our contemporaries that we actually look up to. You're one of them, so I just want you to know that. So let's go from the beginning. How did Doc Rock start?
Man, Doc Rock started, man, way back, I would say probably in the 7th or 8th grade. So I would probably say 1977, 78. Yeah. When I used to write poetry and do stuff like that, like when I was in school, in middle school and stuff. And then one day I'm listening to the radio, I'm listening to K-Boo, I'm listening to JW Friday.
Yes.
You threw on that Rapper's Delight, and I heard that, and I was like, oh, I got some poetry I can put to an instrumental with some music, and then maybe I can try to do that thing. And then that's where it all started from, man. That was a seed that I probably already had the seed, but that was a water. That was a water that got the seed, and it got things planted, got things growing, man. And ever since then, man, I was like, this is something that I want to do and I want to have fun with, and I want to explore, and I want to try to be a part of, because it was a brand new movement, basically, as far as music. I mean, people wasn't hip to, rap or hip hop, especially here on the West Coast, so. Right. So I just want to do my part and do my thing.
You start off as a for people that may not know, you started off as an MC, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I remember, I believe it was Madison High School, man, and you came out. I mean, it was a cold stage show. You taught us as young MCs coming up in the game, and I'm sure Hakeem could vouch for this, but you always had showmanship. You came out with the doctor's outfit on, the mask. You was wearing masks before the pandemic, damn it.
Yeah, I did, man. I came out with the, I wanted to come out as Doc Rock, so I wanted to come out, so I had the mask on. I had like a fake syringe thing that was actually just full of water. I had the lab coat, like the doctor's lab coat.
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
I was the whole, because I just like being, playing the whole part, because to me, MCing and whatever, it's more than just rapping. It's more than just saying some words. I mean, it's you want to get people, involved and engaged, and you want to have fun yourself too. So to me, it's like, this is a way that I can have fun and I can have a good time myself.
And to that point, you were basically the man to beat to us. And Jay was right. Yeah, like seeing your show is like, dude, we got to step our shit up. This dude, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And even, I want to say, I'm getting off the subject, Most Def.
Most Def.
Yes. So there's a rapper on the East Coast named Most Def. But you should have seen my face when I saw he had an album out. I'm like, oh my God, my brother did it. And then I'm like, who the hell is this? And Doc Rock. So now going to Most Def. So how did you start that whole thing? Because that was actually a band.
The whole Most Def is MOS''DEF.
Right.
So that's the way, that was like a saying, like a term you know, that we would say to like endear ourselves. You talking to your homeboys, you talking to people, and you like, yo, man, you know, what's, you know, that's Mos Def, man, that's Mos Def. So, you know, so me and my boy, Moni G, on Batiste, you know, so, you know,
shout out to Moni D, man.
Yes, Damone, yes.
Yeah, Moni D, that's my dog. So we was actually roommates at the time, you know, and when we came up with that kind of name, when we kind of like, you know, we like thought of a name, but it all came about though when JW was having an event going on at the waterfront. Okay, so he had told me, he was like, hey Doc, you know, I already got like, you know, I got like a certain amount of bands, a certain amount of rappers, a certain amount of other people giving speeches. You know, I only have time in the show, you know, I don't have any time to put any more rappers, MCs in it, but I have time to put like a band. I got like a band slot that I haven't filled yet, you know? So I was like, okay, well, check this out, man. I'll fill that, you know? Yeah. And then J-Dub was like, well, okay, well, how you gonna fill that? I'm like, man, when is the show, man? You know, and Jay was like, oh, it's in like a couple weeks or something. I'm like, okay, I'll have that slot filled, man, with a band, you know? And he's like, okay. So what I did immediately is I called my homeboy, that was part of the U Crew, my homeboy Kevin, okay? Yes. So, you know, Kevin Bush, yes. So that's the first person that I contacted, you know? So I contacted him, you know, he was just a half of a phone call away, you know? Right, so I contacted you know, me and Damone talked, and then, you know, I was like, you know what, we should just get a band together and do like some live, do it like a, you know, instead of the music being recorded, you know, just perform it live, you know? Right. Oh, you know, so.
What year was that y'all linked up?
Oh man, whatever year it was that J-Dub did that, so that had to be at what, 80, was it 87 or 88 or something like that?
I think around 88, because it was before we dropped, because you guys was huge.
Yeah, it was before you guys. Yeah. It was before you guys dropped. Yeah. So because the next person who I called was Larry. Yeah. So Larry was the next person who I called. Okay, so I talked to Larry about it. You know,
Larry Bell, for y'all don't know, DLB from the U Crew.
There you go, U Crew. So I contacted those, you know, those folks. And I was like, you know, is this something that you guys might be interested in doing? We only got like 2 weeks, man. It's just like, I kind of got like the music like on track, but we got to try to learn it, you know? And then, you know, and he was with it, you know, and he's a music director.
Oh, of course,
and I called him because I was like, if I talk to Larry, I ain't got to worry shit about the music no more. I can just concentrate on what it is I'm trying to do, you know? Yeah. So we got a hold of Donald Taylor and a few other people, you know, and we end up forming an entire band. It had to be at least 7 or 8 of us, you know. And we went by, and that was how Mos Def, the band, that's how Mos Def was born. And we performed in that show. And you know, we did like maybe 20 minutes, not much more than that. But it was a pretty nice success, man. It was cool, and it was definitely cool doing that with all your when you get to hang out like that with all your boys and all your people.
Right. And that's one of the things we talk about too on the show is that's why we're coming back around to Doc Rock is everybody that we interviewed on the show is basically naming the same people back and forth. Like everybody's naming JW Friday, Michael J, Late at Night, Larry Bell, DLB's coming up all through this. And what we try to tell people, because I used to go back and forth to the Bay Area, but it was never this family feeling that I had when it came to you guys. So I was saying the reason I was bringing up Mos Def is because that's how happy I was for my boy when I thought that was your album. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I was over the moon. Then I was pissed off. It wasn't.
I was like, somebody done bit my boy's name, man. They done bit my boy's name and things, man. They done, you know. But, you know, Mos Def is Mos Def, you know what I'm saying? Much love to the brother East Coast, you know. But I want to know, Doc, what made you make the transition? Because I know you're still an MC, but what got you into the crates, man? What got you into the crates?
Well, you know, I was actually into the crates probably a little bit earlier than I even got into the rhymes and into the rapping thing. You know, my mother, you know, I had a single mom, you know, and she used to play, you know, Phoebe Snow, and she used to play the Osmonds, and she used to play Jackson 5, and she used to play all these different, Minnie Riperton, and and all type of different people, and the music just filled our home, so especially on the weekend, morning times when she was off from work or whatever, that was like her way of chilling. So I used to hear those songs and hear that music, and I was just like, oh man. So we used to have one of those big old consoles. Remember those old really big
exactly.
Weigh about 2,000 pounds
with a TV in it.
Had the 8-track in it.
Yes.
Had the turntable thing with the thing on top of it.
Right, you stack them. Yeah, you stack them. Yes.
Yeah.
So I used to sit back and when she was gone or whatever, I would put records on there and just listen to them, and then she moved on. She got like a newer console,
right?
And so I went and got the older consoles and took them apart, okay, and took the out and took the turntables out, and then I set that up in my little room or whatever, and then I started playing the records I wanted to hear whenever I wanted to hear them,
Right.
So I started.
So you did surgery on an old stereo and created you really are a doctor, man. You know what I'm saying? Doc Rock, they don't call him that for nothing, huh, Keem?
Yes. How old were you when you did all this? Would you say?
I would say probably 12, 13 years old, probably the latest. At the latest.
Yeah, so, and that's really common too, that most of us, I think all of us too, because we're musicians, there was some point where we just sit and listen to music, and it was like listening to Paulie Paul, same thing, Vitamix, same thing, Letrowiz, same thing, all you guys out, even P. Cookie, our DJ, listen, Mom's Records, console, went through them, started playing, and got a liking for them. But this is funny. You, and we going down memory lane. What was cool about you is you, Jay and I used to pride ourselves on having songs that everybody like wanted to hear. So if we performed, they would do this, do that. You had a song that we couldn't wait to hear, Cake Face. Oh, look, look.
Just
me saying that
was a classic right there, Doc.
Just me saying that. Look at the joy it brought you. Like that was a hood classic, Cake Face. Do you have? Because I would love to find it. Do you have that anywhere on vinyl or tape, cassette? Do you have that anywhere?
I could probably find it on my 4-track because I still got my 4-track. That song was created from, once again, me and my boy Moni D, Damone. Okay, so we was hanging out. We did a show at Mount Hood Community College. I was going to Mount Hood Community College at the time. It was a radio program. And we did a show there, and we met a couple of young ladies. Okay, out there, whatever. And we ended up hooking up with them like the next day. Whatever. It was all cool. In the middle of the night, we there. And Damone gets up and he walks somewhere, whatever. And I run into him, and he had all this makeup on his face.
Damone had the makeup.
She had gave him a hug. And I was like, Moni, dude, what's up with your face? You look like a cake face, dude. What is up with that, man? He's like, what's wrong with your face, man? And he was like, man, what you talking about? He didn't even know.
Right.
So the next day, when I got back home, I wrote the lyrics to Cake Face.
That was a showstopper, dude. The first time that's why I said, the minute I said it, you should see the smile on Jay's face. That was, if you did a show and do that song, it'd be a riot, bro.
I had some bad experiences with some cake faces that left some stuff on my collar, on my shirt, on my cap. I'm like, hey, hon, you don't gotta wear all that. You know what I'm saying? So
that was just in our, and so you put that in our vocabulary, and that was kind of a West Coast thing. Like when we would travel, we see a girl with a whole bunch of makeup on, and we just cake face.
Caked up, man. Caked up.
Oh my God. So moving on, what is Doc Rock up to these days? What are you doing right now? How is Doc Rock living?
Man, Doc Rock's living good, man. You know, I'm like a lot of other folks, man. I'm blessed and happy to be healthy.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
I'm blessed and happy that my family and my friends and everybody's healthy. You know, got kids, got grandkids, man. I'm working a regular day job, a regular, you know, 8 to 5, man. Been doing that for a while, man. You gotta always stay on that grind, you know.
Right.
But besides that, as far as like the music and the DJ and stuff, you know, over the last like probably 6 or 7 years, you know, I just been when I moved back to Portland and kind of got back into, because I was in Seattle for a while, but I wasn't doing too much music. But I moved back here, you know, I just kind of reconnected with a few people and you know, and tried to connect at a few different places and see and I was basically just going out. I do cold calls, man. You know, it don't even bother me.
Yeah.
You know, I cold call places to be like, you know, hey, I hear you got this event going on. Do you want a DJ just to play like music, you know, just to welcome people while people are coming into the place, and then maybe in between sets of the bands and,
Right.
you know, even afterwards. That was my whole angle, you know, about me kind of getting back, you know, into the music thing and getting back onto the scene, you know. And ever since then, that was like about probably 6-7 years ago. And ever since then, that's kind of more of the lane that I kind of been doing. I don't do too many like clubs or private events. I mean, I do you know, corporate parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I do stuff like that. But as far as like, you know, clubbing, like playing club music and stuff like that, I don't do too much stuff like that. And the reason why is because I like playing music for, you know, for our generation. I like playing music for us, you know, and there's not a whole lot of, you know, places right now or opportunities, you know, to be able to hear the type of music, you know, that we want to hear. People, you know, that come from our age and our era, you know, but I just try to just stay busy, doing stuff with a few different bands, you know, and in a few different locations. I consider myself more of a like a festival or a live event type piece.
The reason I asked is because one of the last times I actually saw you live is I was doing a walk. Like it was some walk out in the park, and I heard this, man, yeah, and I'm just like, man, whoever is spinning is playing some cuts, right? Me, wifey, and a couple of my cousins just walking around, and then I go, no wonder, it's Doc Rock. Man, we took a couple of pictures, and that was actually a beautiful thing, just seeing you be healthy, just seeing you, and then us, man, you're like my brother, man. So that was just a cool thing. And then when I go back to the walk, everybody's wondering who you are.
Yeah,
like, that's Doc Rock. You gotta understand, that's my boy from back in the day. And every time I think about you, because you said you work a 9 to 5, I used to watch the Osbournes, Ozzy Osbourne, when he walks around like, I'm the bloody Prince of Darkness. So I'll be thinking, Doc Rock be at his day job, I'm Doc Rock. Y'all don't respect me at the water cooler. Y'all don't know I'm Doc Rock.
Hey, I'll tell you the truth. The true part about that is sometimes when I be at work and I be pissed off and I be thinking about what I'm doing, I be like, you motherfuckers don't even know, man. It's like, man, I ain't even got to be doing this, man. I don't even have to be doing any of this, you know. I mean, it's actually kind of funny to me, you know, that a lot of the people that I work with just have absolutely no clue. You know, they just have no clue, you know, and I kind of keep it like that, but that kind of leaked out too, though, man. I say probably about, I've been where I've been working at. I've been there for probably a little over 10 years now. And about 6 years ago, one of the people that I work with kind of heard or went to an event where I was DJing at, and then asked me to do some stuff, you know, at a company event, you know.
Right.
So I started doing just a little bit, you know. It ain't nothing like, you know, it ain't got the true funk in it. It ain't got the, you know, 10 toes down in the potato salad funk. You know?
Yes.
Yes. Hey, I remember you was rocking us with the Smoking Section band. We was over there at Blues Brews, and one of the cool parts about that particular event, like Doc Rock would open the show up, right, King? Like playing nothing but slaps. I mean, back to back to back slaps, and then he bring us on. We do all the weed music, all the weed songs, right? Shout out to the Smoking Section band, D.O.B.Z., Wiz, LP, and all my guys and stuff, you know. So during our set, Doc would come out with a total different hookup on and rock the mic one time, you know. So the people
nice.
Like, the DJ done got up on stage and is rocking the whole party, man. It was so dope to see him do both of those things that we love all in one night. You know what I'm saying?
Man, much love to you, Doc Rock. Man, our time is running out, man. We have to do another episode because it's so much. Dude, that was on like 6 or 7 questions, man, but we only touched the surface, man. So what I want to do, first of all, I want to thank everybody for checking out The Lost Crates. I'm your host, Hakeem Muhammad. My brother, say something cool, J-Mac.
Something cool, J-Mac. Shout out to my man, Doc Rock. Also, Doc, if people want to check you out more or follow you, you want to shoot out your social media page to the people?
I'm on Willie Dynamite on Facebook, man.
Willie Dynamite!
At Willie Dynamite on Instagram.
So that is Doc Rock, y'all. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna put it at the end this time. Doc Rock made a little mix for us, and at the end, I shouldn't even say anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, see you guys in 2 weeks. Shout out to Doc Rock, my brother J-Mac, and peep out this nice mix from Doc Rock. Ooh, see you in 2 weeks.
Let's get it. One love, Doc.
One love, y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all my team, man.
Get busy, y'all. Busy, y'all. Check it out, party people, cause this party is burning. For a new dance, I know you've been yearning. This is for all you people concerning. A brand new dance called the Pee Wee Herman. Just move your hands into the front, and if you can't hear the music, say, huh? What? As you're doing this dance, you might hurt your back, but just look at the crowd and say, I meant to do that. It's the Pee Wee Herman new dance sensation. Just go with the flow, cause it's sweeping the nation. So come on, everybody, rock with Joeski as a teacher's new dance called the Pee Wee. It's funky fresh, so don't ridicule. So get on the floor and get off your bicycle. If you don't know how to do it, you better start learning this brand new dance called the Pee Wee Herman.
So you think you're bad with your rap? Well, I'll tell ya, Pilgrim, I started the crap. When you were in diapers and wetting the sheets, I was at the Ponderosa rapping to the beat. Da ha da ha, da ha 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 ha. Sure, I rustled some cattle and tended the sheep, but my main concern was rapping to the beat. I don't bother nobody, I'm a real nice guy, kinda laid back like a dead fly. Da ha da ha, da ha 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 ha, da ha da ha, da ha 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 ha. I'm talking here and now. Later for the cattle and rustling the cow. If I had a chance to do a repeat, you can bet your sweet dippy I'd be rapping to the beat. Da ha da ha, da ha 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 ha. Que pasa, amigos? Not a pasa, I see. 200 punks, well, what you gonna do? I got 2 6-shooters that'll see me through. That's 12 dead and 188 pallbearers. Da ha da ha, da ha 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 ha. What I do on your grave won't pass for flowers either.
The bass that's in your face, show enough shrugs your face, just like you got sprayed by a can of mace. You see, your speaker is moving, everybody is grooving. My song moves along as it starts improving. The highs will get no higher, the bass will go no lower, cause everlasting bass show enough moves the floor. Some people can't take it, they try to plead the case, but you can't get enough of everlasting bass.
I'm a hoe, you know I'm a hoe. I rock three different freaks after every show. I'm a hoe, you know I'm a hoe. How do you know? Because I told you so.
I need my medication. I'm an organ medical marijuana patient, and that means that I'm legal to grow. Give me a couple starters, a couple of those Shishka berry clones, and I'ma get faded, so sedated, still medicated in my zone.
We're back here with Doc Rock. I almost got out of here without asking you this, man. I know you know, from back in the day, and I know that you are a cancer survivor, you know, and
Yes,
I didn't know if you were comfortable with me bringing that up, so we talked a little bit. So can you please share your story, please, about being a cancer survivor?
Man, definitely, man. Look, you know, there's not a lot of men who get breast cancer.
Exactly.
Okay. And I am a breast cancer survivor. Okay. And I am more than happy to, you know, to inform people, inform men, you know, especially us black men, because, you know, we have these egos and we have this pride, and we think that, you know, we're immune to certain situations and diseases and all type of stuff, you know, and I'm here to tell you, you know, that men can also, you know, get breast cancer and get other diseases that's usually only affiliated and associated with women, you know. And really quick, just to make it quick, how I found out about my situation, I felt like a really small lump on my right breast, my right nipple, like right underneath it. It felt like a bug bite or something. It was really small, you know, but it didn't go away for a couple of months. It kind of felt like a pebble. It didn't go away at all after a few months, you know. So I was like, you know, so maybe I should get it checked, because I'm fortunate enough to be able to have medical insurance, you know. So it's like, let me go ahead and get it checked out. So I went, you know, I went to a doctor. They took a look at it, you know. Then they suggested I go to a surgeon. So I went to a surgeon, and let me tell you how quick this appointment was with my surgeon. I walk in the door, and he's like, "Hey, Kelvin, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Go ahead, take your shirt off real quick, man, and let me take a look at that." I'm like, "Okay." And then he goes like this. Boop. He touches it right there, right with his butt. He's like, "Oh, we got to get that out, man. We got to get that out. We got to do a biopsy on that, man. That could be something a little bit more serious than what it looked like. We got to get a biopsy on that." So I'm gonna have my schedule come in and schedule in a surgery, which you do a biopsy, and we'll see you then. And literally, that's how long the appointment was, you know.
Yeah, so y'all go get checked, man. And breast cancer is no joke. Much love, Doc Rock.
Much love to y'all, man. Appreciate it, man.
Proud of you, man. Congratulations on surviving that, and shout out to anybody out there that's fighting cancer right now. Hakeem and I got y'all in our hearts and our prayers. You know what I mean? Big ups, Doc Rock, and you a motivational guy, man, and you know, keep sharing that story of success, man. It'll definitely probably encourage people that's in the same boat you were once in, man. And again, congratulations, and thank you for the dope mixes, man, that you've been doing for years, and continued success to you, my brother.
Man, thank you. And before I go, I just want to just say I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate what you guys have done for not only just hip hop in general, but hip hop and music in the Portland scene, and basically opening it up and opening that door, kicking in the door for all these people now who have no clue who you are who I am, you know, who they out here freely enjoying hip hop and rap and having a great time, you know, but without you guys being here for us, you know, we wouldn't have been able to all kind of walk through that door together and get through that door, man. And I really, really sincerely appreciate you guys, everything you guys done, and everybody from this original first school of hip hop here in Portland. Doc Rock, I'm out, y'all.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Peace and love.
Perfect. Woo!
Once again, back is the incredible